Ministry of Finance. It has not been like that. Darlington Orji, Honorable Darlington Orji said here, constitution, you try to bring constitution into the matters. Now, if you want to obey constitution, if you want to obey the law, how come you now say you are paying salaries from government house? Since we entered politics, we started politics. Since the inception of this democracy as at 1999, I have not seen where salaries are being paid from government house. It's only if a chairman does not do the right thing, the governor has the right to call the chairman to order or take certain steps.
We take off with the big
to ensure that things are being done properly, but not out of politics. Something that does not concern somebody. If somebody you regard as a civil servant, you now subject that person into pains. You now subject politicians into pains. You say you're not paying politicians.
By politics, what do you mean?
No. Somebody being appointed as an aide, like I still want to refer to Reverend Orji now as an aide to the governor, and he's not being paid because he's a politician, or maybe that is supporting somebody. Say, we're paying salaries.
Are you being paid, Mr. Darlington?
I will respond.
Okay. No. Their own is not payment. They know how they manage themselves, so it's not payment. They don't have a problem. I'm talking about those who work as civil servants. They are not being paid. Political appointees at local government areas are not being paid. You withhold all these funds just because you want to impress certain persons. And these people you are impressing are those who said you are not fit to manage the economy or the government of the state. Now, these are the same people that are now controlling the state. So, the idea of withholding local government funds, please, should be reconsidered. I'm happy I'm seated here with the advisor on political matters and strategy to the governor. They should advise the governor to say, look, these are politicians. You don't do this to your fellow politicians. They have not done anything wrong to you. People worked for you. So these are things you consider as a human. If you have good human nature, you say, these people worked for me. You need to pay them and not to seize the funds. Seizing the funds is hatred and very bad to the people, against the people, because
how long have the funds been seized? Because from the perspective of the government and the information we got is that no funds is being withheld.
No. I said, look, a lot of local governments. If you go to the governments now, the whole civil servant, the whole the HPM, you know, we're working on the ground. The HPMs, the HLGAs, I think the treasurer and all that, they have vacated the council. But I'm talking of vacation. They're now on vacation after the council. So nothing is running again in the council. That is a way of frustrating the council to function, which is very, very unfair. Now, if this is done to you, if this is done to you, I wonder how you will also feel it and those working with you.
Mr. Darlington, we have a commercial, but then in under 3 minutes, let's get part of your reactions.
Yes, Andrew, when I started here, I say it is not good to make bad laws because it will wait for you for tomorrow. My brother, Chief Bright Amaewhule, knows he's very economical with the truth when he says that local government,
workers
civil servants are not paid for like 4 months. My brother, no matter how civil servants will love you.
I didn't say 4 months.
I'm coming. Is about 3 months or there?
I said they are being paid in batches, and some have not received 2-3 months salary up to date.
Can you allow me deliberately? I just want us to be very orderly.
Of course.
Now, and a civil servant or civil servants are not people you can owe for 1 month. There is hiding place for it. The love you has nothing to do with their salary. If you don't pay them, the next 1 minute they're on air. When pensions arrears we are owed in this state, even in your sister stations, including this one, it was a regular thing on daily basis. So I know that we are supposed to be in the governance period, but they have returned us back to campaign period, and we are not surprised. But let me just tell you one thing here. The government of Rivers State is focused and very well coordinated. Let me ask Bright here, except he has forgotten. The last administration I served under in Ikwede local government, we are owed 3 months salary. Elected local government chairman, we are owed 3 months salary that we are not paid.
By who?
By the former governor. We are owed 3 months salary before the expiration of their tenure.
On what grounds?
Why?
I'm coming. When their time was expiring, 3 months to their time, they didn't pay any local government. And let him contradict me here. He cannot contradict me because I was involved. Bright understands that I'm involved in this system.
No, but you said you were not a chairman.
Let's allow him finish.
I served, even in this last administration, I served as a chief of staff of government, of Ikwede local government. And my relationship with my chairman. I'm involved. Even from 2015 till date. Remember that we, assumed office in 2015. An election was conducted in 2018. We had a period of 2015 to 2017 before 2018. What happened? Why do you now suddenly realize that those laws as at yesterday were too bad. I don't say that local government people are not supposed to be paid. They are being paid. You can make your investigations and find out. How will you imagine a local government chairman now who is singing, committing himself to God, who is owing traditional workers for 4 months? You don't have a right to fire. The responsibility of hiring and firing local government staffs is saddled with the Local Government Civil Service Commission. You cannot fire whom you did not hire.
Mr. Orji,
and a man did that for 4 months owing people, and you are singing praises to God now.
We'll continue afterwards.
The amazing seasoning cube.
My name is Ifeemi Andrew, and of course, gentleman with me in the studio, the President General of the GDI, Amaewhule, aide to the Rivers State Government, Special Advisor on Political Matters, Darlington, Orji, both here with me in the studio. If you had followed the conversation from the beginning, you would see the progression and where we're heading to is very clear. Before that commercial, Mr. Orji was trying to clarify the situation with the payment of workers at the state level and at the local government level, and the reports of monies that are meant for council chairmen being owed or being withheld. And he was also making statements around some of these acts that we're seeing in the past administration. We're going to give him time to clarify and finish up on that, but let me quickly remind you, on Facebook it is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Join the conversation. We're streaming live so you can watch and listen. Don't also forget to click on the share button, and I'm sure plenty of questions you have already. You can use the WhatsApp number 0809 0306 416. We'll be taking those messages shortly. Back to you now, Mr. Orji. So yes, you were saying that council chairmen were owed under the past administration, where workers at the state level and at the local government level also, where their salaries also held.
Now, the point I'm trying to make here is that I asked my brothers what has actually changed. And the beauty of all of this is that we are all in the same boat as at yesterday. We are all in the same boat. And we worked together, believing God that things will work well. And by the special grace of God, people have a right to choose where to pay their rent. I spoke about that the responsibility of hiring and firing a local government worker is saddled with the Local Government Civil Service Commission. In this your radio station here, you have heard over time, to be very specific, Amaewhule local government, the chairman is my friend, whom some people took to court and all of that, dismissed. You know, like I said, when you don't have powers to hire, you cannot fire. You know, and old people for a very long time, and a set of people whom, by his own calculation, he said maybe they are ghost workers and all of that. And you think God is not also hearing their cries, so also is happening in several local governments. Let me also tell you the beauty of this. I like the cry about the local government chairman. My brother, local government chairman ran ticket on dual capacity, that the chairman and the vice. Go to some local government, you will regret that local government vice chairmen are jumping keke. My own local government. Honorable Mrs. Rejoice John Yenwe is jumping keke as I speak now. And he said you're a local government chairman, you drive fleets of cars, you drive armored personnel cars, and your vice chairman is jumping keke. Supposing she's kidnapped, what will happen? So this thing that is happening for me, as far as I'm concerned, God answered all prayers. Local government workers are being paid. If they are not being paid, like my brother knows, there is no pretense. He said this is their time. I don't know what he meant by this is their time. If local government workers or civil servants, because all of them are civil servants, if they are not paid 1 month, there is no amount of love they have for you that they will not go to on air.
Right.
Are you saying that all civil servants are in support of Simelala Ifubara, that no one person can rise? But the point is that they have seen what the man is doing. The man is in the right path, and they are receiving their pay. By the special grace of God, things will continue to happen for the betterment of our people.
Mr. Amaewhule, quickly.
Yes, let me tell you.
Just to add to it, because he mentioned the Prayer Council chairman.
There's nothing in this state, the governance of this state, that, or I wouldn't know, that I don't know. Now, I want to remind him of something, that when before Governor Wike assumed office, he was talking about Local Government Civil Service Commission having the powers to hire and fire. Now, when he came into office with Honorable Samuel Wonosike as chairman of council, whether under caretaker or whether elected, he knows, he can attest to the fact that civil servants were employed by the HLGA, the HPM, and the treasurer, the three principal officers of the council, without the knowledge of the Local Government Civil Service Commission, just to play politics. APC, Amechi, PDP, Wike, trying to play politics. They brought in their relations, brought in their brothers, brought in their in-laws into the system. And local government had a very huge number of wrong, what do I call it?
They bloated the wage bill.
Wage bill. And for some of us that assumed office then I assumed office as chairman of council. He knows, he's done that. We faced that battle. We said no, including him. We fought against it and said, this staff, they are illegal and they cannot continue to take our monies. So certain local governments took steps of making sure that these persons were removed from the schedule. Because the principal officers of the council were using them to siphon money from the council. And we met at the Agon level and said, no, this cannot continue to happen. And the governor saw this with us. So we said, the governor then saw this with us and said, they must go. Now, some of them refused to go. Some of them will still playing hanky-panky game. They will bring if you go to HPM's office, you will see about 5 people, 6 people seated there doing nothing. But there's local government staff. At the end of the day, they bring voucher for you to sign, and then they post the money into the various accounts of the banks. We know all these things. So we're able to fight them to a standstill, reasonable point. Now, for those people that were unable to go then, continuous, and were hiding. They pretended to have hidden them. They were not hidden them because you know what they do? They prepare voucher for you and bring to you. I was asking them, I say, where are you, chairman? So they'll bring the voucher to us to sign to say we are paying some amount of money to a civil servant. Who are the civil servants? What are they doing? What are they doing?
Right.
They just, I'm coming, sir. So when we now stopped this, now they came and like if you cite an example of a local government area, the man came and said, look, I inherited this kind of a wage bill. What is your level? Who employed you? Where's the paper and all that? You find out that no paper from the Civil Service Commission. The papers came from HPM, HLGA, and the treasurer. Now that he now said, okay, no, I will not continue to pay. Since then, there has not been any problem until when this political issue started. You now refer back to the look that happened. Now in the Kwere local government area,
internal mechanism to handle such a situation.
That's what I'm telling you now because
rightly or wrongly, you cannot say their employment is illegal if it followed due process.
No, it didn't follow. I said
the process?
He himself could attest to the fact that these people they're talking about now were the civil servants that were employed illegally by HPM, HLGA, and treasurer of the council, and imposed them on the chairman that assumed office in 2015, late 2015. We didn't know about that until earlier 2016, and we observed. We said no, that cannot continue. Now in the Kwere government area where he's talking about his the vice chairman, he was there in that council, and I know that at that time they were all singing praises about the council chairman and what was happening. So if now is at this point the vice chairman is painting the council black, it means that the chairman is also taking another stand against the council, against the council chairman.
I said here, I made a practical example. The person is living. I said the vice chairman of Ikwere local government is jumping keke.
Never had car one day.
If you want to contradict me, listen.
Never had car.
Let's explain.
This is a second tenor vice chairman. You are talking about never had a car one day. She ran election 2 times.
I know now.
I'm not speaking for her, but I'm telling you so that when you are praying to God, you should also know that I'm praying to God.
Did she have a car before?
When I say a car,
from the council.
Was the council?
So
Was it from the council?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
My dear brother,
so first tenor she had.
Does the chairman have one car?
The chairman have one car.
Can chairman and vice chairman be the same thing?
No, they're the same.
No, deputy governor and governor are the same people.
But now since we're already at the Kwere local government, let's go there. We heard the chairman say that, well, upon the expiration of his tenure, the situation about tenure elongation and leaving office has become an issue. Should we be concerned that in the coming weeks we might begin to see a breakdown of law and order in some of these councils, Mr. Amaewhule?
Yeah, this issue of tenure elongation, is just what
because we've had the courts.
No, it's issue of language. It's not about tenure elongation. What the law states is that one, the House of Assembly of Rivers State of any government of any state government makes a law that binds on the local governments, at concerned local governments, and then the Constitution also says, even at the presidential level, as a president or as a governor, if there's a crisis at a particular point, the Constitution, the Senate or whatever can hit and make a law that can extend the office of the tenure of the president for another 6 months or so, so that peace can be stabilized, even at the state level. There's also an improviso that if there is a crisis, even at the state level, we have seen where state of emergency has been declared. It doesn't mean that the tenure must end. If there's crisis that requires state of emergency, the federal government will sit and declare state of emergency. So the same thing at local government level, because like you said about making laws. If you follow what I did yesterday, I'm just surprised when I hear people talk about we do law before, you don't know how to come this and that. So if Bright Amaewhule did something wrong yesterday, you now come and imitate from me to do that bad. No, you're not being fair to yourself, even as a human being. Now, the tenure of the local government was about expiring. There's a law. National Independent River State Electoral Commission has been constituted properly. It's for you to set in motion, give out the money, release the money to the National Independent Electoral Commission to begin to prepare for the elections within 90 days as stipulated by the law. This was what caught Amaewhule into problem when he did the election 30 days. He's a beneficiary. 30 days to election. The law says 90 days to election. He now went and conducted the local government election 30 days to election. That was why the court invalidated the election.
But it seemed to be the pattern with the administrations in Rivers State.
There's no pattern. There's no pattern.
Under the last administration, when was local government elections conducted?
Andrew, I referred it last time when I came here. I said when we were fighting in these states over some illegalities, he was among. And I told you, I referred to people like Kofi. I refer to people like Blessing Olomo. I refer to people like that were here then. The way you're operating now, the way you present your program, is not the way Kofi was presenting his program. Dayo, I remember, the way he was presenting his program. Some people were quarreling over Dayo's the way Dayo was presenting his program, including him. I said there. Some of us were angry the way some of them were presenting their program. So if you now come and say Dayo, what Dayo was, I know I'm using your station because everything is a system. What Dayo did yesterday, and you want to continue from there, and then there are people that will come and say because you're operating like Dayo, you're running down this station.
Andrew, can I come in, please?
Mr. Orji.
Please let me make my contribution. You know, I tell people that whatever thing that goes around turns around. In this life we are in, everything you do today will wait for you tomorrow. And that is why His Excellency the Governor will always say, it's not about what you can acquire today, it's not about what you can get today. It's when you leave, can your name open doors for your children? What will people remember you for? That's the most important thing. Andrew, we came to power in 2015. Election was conducted in 2018. We had 2015, we had 2016.
I thought we were talking about local government.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
The local government staff that were employed by HAG and HBL.
We are not the person directing the program.
Let's allow him respond to.
No, you are taking us to another dimension, and you must hear me.
Chairman, so
you must hear me. I deliberately allowed you to say your view, your friend, my brother. Even though at this point we have taken different positions.
Of course.
It doesn't matter. Now, the point I'm making is that we won the election in 2015. We conducted local government election in 2018. What happened to Rivers State between 2015 to 2018? Was it run by ghost workers, like they will always say? Was it that nobody was saddled with the responsibility of local government to mount the leadership and of local government? Something happened, and we'll come to that. Now, where we are, he's talking about crisis. Is there crisis at the local government level?
Yes.
What has changed? Remember, the last administration just left. Within 1 year, within 6 months, they have repealed more than 7 laws made under the leadership of Amaewhule, the leader of the house, as he then was. Now, what does it show? It shows indictment. Remember, laws that were made in the time past, people still come here, the opposition party, as I can refer to them as it was then. We say these laws are made based on individuals. People are attacking our people. You are making laws and all that. And we said, no, these are the laws that will better the life of Rivers people as it stands now. Why will all change within the space of 6 months? That's my problem. I'm not saying that, like you said, if you do something that is wrong yesterday, will you maintain on it?
For the local government councils now, the Equatorial Council Chairman, hold on. I'm sure you heard
in the last 6 months.
I'm sure you heard the Equatorial Council Chairman.
If you're applying for election, you now read the list of caretakers.
So is the government looking at, is there a response?
No, Andrew, let me tell you, there are things you don't need to bother about.
Okay.
Bright Amaewhule understands that I'm not just an Equatorial local government person, I'm involved. I'm one of those forces that you see the masquerade that is playing in the Equatorial local government make noise for. And the spirit have left him. Let me tell you, this Fubara, Governor Fubara is the most abused governor. I was thinking that Bright Amaewhule will start by apologizing to Rivers people. By telling us that he's going to invade government house. You know, he said it in the public domain. He's here. But he's our brother. The man have said, I will not use my power to victimize.
I work for you.
I work for you too.
No. I work tirelessly for you.
I work for you. You're my friend. I can't deny you.
What have you done?
What I've done for
you? So you not take over government house. It's your own.
No, you said you are going to invade.
No, I said you take over government.
So you have the capacity to invade government.
I said it belongs to Ross. I said it belongs to Ross.
Let me tell you. You know where I said, excuse me, you can allow me so that there will be order.
But you're a member of GDI.
Yes.
And I'm your boss.
I was where is GDI an affiliate of PDP?
Good.
That's what we know.
And I'm your boss.
But now we see you in
and you're happy. You're happy there.
I thought the GDI was a pressure group, gentlemen.
Yes, the grand patron of GDI, Chief Barrister E.M. Wike, His Excellency. Another person, His Excellency, Sir Similarly Fubara, except he's telling me that something has changed. But what we see GDI is supposed to be a branch of PDP, one of our pressure group. But today,
not one, your major pressure group.
But today, I don't even know whether you're a member of APC or PDP. But because they say we go to a program as a GDI, you will shout PDP, you shout APC. Embarrassing the system. But that's not where I am. Let me tell you.
We have to take a few
calls. But are you a member of PDP?
Gentlemen,
I'm a member of PDP.
No, now.
Thank you very much. We have to take a few calls.
You're a member of APC.
Gentlemen, let's open the phone lines now.
You don't have the authority to talk about PDP. You don't have.
0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. I'm sure the listener they have plenty of questions to ask. Should we be concerned in our various councils? I mean, we've seen some of the council chairmen talk tough, and not most of them, but at least one of them has been very vocal about where he stands. There are some of them who, in fact, during my conversation with the minister, the commissioner for youth development, had said did not give attention or not give audience to the ministry when they wanted to talk about how to implement certain programs that the government was putting in place. And he mentioned 5 councils. Ikwere was one of them. Emoha was one of them. I think Omuma was also one of them. I can't remember the others. Well, should we begin to worry as we approach the expiration of council chairmen, the current council chairmen and their tenures? Should we begin to worry as to where do we stand with who leaves, who extends, what the law said, what the law had said, what the court said, and what the court did not say? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. There are several messages. While we wait your calls, let's take this one on Facebook. It says, the chairman, Martin Amaewhule's lead house should take a break. They have been dancing. I didn't get that part. Bright. No civil servant is owed, any salaries. In fact, they are even being paid for promotion arrears and their new salaries. Please, Mr. Bright, don't give false information. Thank God Ability says all the 23 local government councils in the state have no choice but to leave office on the 17th of June. He says that one. Furo says, already got that one out from Furo before. Just tell us your name and where you're calling from, and let's get into it. Please, straight to your question as well. Nigeria Info, good morning. Hello, good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, hi, Andrew. Good morning.
Your name and straight to your question, please.
Mufasa on the line.
Go on.
I want to greet the gentlemen in the studio. I also want to commend Honorable Darlington Orji for speaking truth to power. You see, everything mustn't be politics. Now, straight to my question without wasting so much of our time. Honorable Bright there said that civil servants for 4 months now that they've not been paid. Now, I want to know where he got this information from, because I am aware that the chairman of NLC, Comrade Amaewhule, just recently came out to appreciate the governor for being nice and good to civil servants across board, both in the LGA. So, he should tell us where he got his information. And my second question is this. Was there any time that the former governor, Governor Amaewhule, withheld the salary of some local government for 3 months? He should tell us. All
right, thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria Info. Hello. Yes, good morning. What's your name, please?
My name is Madiba.
All right, Madiba, quickly, straight to the point, please.
I want to relate in a way what the questions Mufasa just asked. Please, the 10 verses. We need answers, please.
All right. Thank you. Good morning, Nigeria Info. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name, where you're calling from, please, straight to the point.
My name is Comrade Confidence. I am calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, go on, straight to your question, please.
My question is, can we continue to support illegality in Rivers State? I want to commend Bright Amaewhule for standing speech and for the fact that the present government of Rivers State want to cause crisis in our state. This is the state that all of us we have built, we have labored for. So I wonder why they are coming in this way to make sure Rivers State is not stable. Because local government election will refuse. Why holding allocations that belong to elected local government? As we speak, councillors have not been paid, local government chairmen have not been paid, vice have not been paid, political officers of all local government have not been paid. And we have a government that says he loves Rivers people. Where is the love coming from? The governor should release the fund of Rivers State, the local government, and let local government become peaceful.
All right, George in Buguma, good morning.
Yes, Andrew, yes. Let me greet the guests in the studio. Darlington, Orji, and
Go ahead, George. Straight to your question, please.
Andrew, you see, the two guests in your studio, both of them are very aware of what transpired, both the secret aspect of the former government. But it's very unfortunate that today, one is not really abreast with the happenings in the government. And you talk about local government. If local government workers are being owed, you and me know that by now they would have besieged the government house with a protest. Have you seen the local government workers coming to cry at the governor or staging any protest in demand of their salary? I think we are supposed to inform Rivers people with what is currently happening and not trying to play politics with everything. You understand? As I speak to you, the ghost issue matter is just a matter that popped up because Amaewhule was leaving office and they felt that maybe that time he has employed so many people and so many employments were illegal and all of that, and they bring it up to play politics. But today we have a governor who is saying that the local government, in fact, should be given their right autonomy. Their payment should be given to them as when due.
All right, George. We don't have a lot of time, George. Thank you. Let's hear from JJ and Rumigbo quickly, and then we come back to my guest as we attempt to wrap up. JJ, quickly, straight to your point. Good morning.
Let me greet your guest. And first and foremost, I want to put it to Chief Amaewhule that while he was chairman of Obiakpo caretaker at the time, he didn't pay workers. He was there for 6 months. He didn't pay workers for 4 months. Maybe that is what he's still thinking that the governor is doing the same thing. The answer is no. Governor cannot stoop so low to hold civil servants, because you can know that the other day they went on a peaceful solidarity protest to say, look, governor, we thank you for all you've been doing for us. That said, the tenure allegation thing that he's talking about, that caretaker is now an aberration. Can you now admit to the entire world that for 6 months that you host to as caretaker chairman of Obiakpo that you did wrong? If you can do that, then I think the world will now respect you. That said, he talked about governor holding workers at the state level. Bros, come back to the state and know what's happening.
All right, JJ, we don't have a lot of time. I think that's already been touched on. Quickly, Mr. Amaewhule, you seem to have got the attention of the listeners. So let's give you the first shot quickly, if you can, in less than 2 minutes.
Yes, of course.
We're already out of time.
First of all, let me tell JJ that I'm in the state. This is my state. JJ is not from Rivers State, so I'm already in my state. JJ from Delta, and I've.
It doesn't mean he doesn't have.
No. What he said,
so listen. Let's respond to the question. We don't have
he
time.
said I should come back to the state. I said this is my state. I'm here. Okay. He should go back to Delta and talk about Delta affairs.
JJ is no longer from Rivers State because he's not supporting.
So
he's
Amaechi and left Amaechi, supported Wike, left Wike. That's why he's jumping because he has no home. He has no basis. He has no basis. He has not been his place. No, he said I should come back to the state. I said this is my state.
You were caretaker committee chairman for 6 months.
I'm coming. Yes, I was caretaker chairman when he was an aide to Samuel Wanosike as caretaker chairman too. And I paid salaries.
No, I was not an aide to him. I was a member of the caretaker committee.
I paid salaries. See, if you go to the local government today, ask for Boagon, the HGA, the longest serving HGA that has not been transferred to any local government. And the governor does not understand that these people have planted themselves in local government for over 15 years. They cannot live there. Nobody takes them to any, transfers them to anywhere. Now he has just come. Instead of looking into those affairs, looking about is now the chairman of political appointees. Obuago can attest to the facts that I paid salaries. I'm citing an example. Chike Azubike was a HPM under my administration, and I paid salaries. So I'm trying to talk. Even treasurer, the cashier, I paid my salaries. I cannot withhold money. In short, no chairman can even try that under Governor Wike. That is what. That's to clear that there,
Mr. Orji.
I said, I'm coming, sir. Then the other one of salaries of the state.
We don't have time.
Yes, let me conclude. I have to clear the air. They have been quoting me. I said, they know. I said, go to secretariat. Go to ministries. Civil servants were paid.
We are already out of
civil
time.
servants were paid in batches in the last 3 months, and up to today, some have not been paid.
We have to take a commercial. Thank you.
Mom's love is pure. So you know she does. Mom's special jollof puts a smile on your face. Mom's yummy fries cheers you up. Mom's tasty stew nourishes the body. Golden Terra oil, tasty. Golden Terra oil, nourishing. Golden Terra oil, Golden Terra soya oil.
Golden Terra oil helps mom pour her
and shortly, and the world news will follow immediately. But that will not be after. That will be after we've gotten one of my guests, Darlington Orji, to also respond. We heard from Bright Amaewhule trying to respond to some of the questions. I'm sure there are a few he still wants to add to, but we don't have a lot of time. So, Mr. Orji, let's quickly just hear your thoughts as we go.
Thank you. Just to tell you that Rivers State is in a safe hand under the leadership of Sasimilala Fubara. Don't bother yourself about what you hear about tenure elongation. There is nothing like that. Bright understands that this is our business. We understand the play when the drum rolls out. For us, we are not bothered. No crisis in Rivers State. We are at peace and will continue to be at peace. One governor at a time, and Rivers people are comfortable where we are now.
Please let me at this point tell Rivers people and Rivers youths not to get themselves involved in any problem after it's going to attack local government workers or the people of Rivers State. And then the peace reign in Rivers State.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time. And peace is all we're asking for. My name is Ifeami Andrew. The World News follows immediately. Stay with us. Jude is standing by for Hello Port Harcourt.